Hi, I'm Kate Scott Dawkins, and I'm at the moment providing that intelligence and that insight to clients that enables them to make smarter decisions about their business, both today and setting themselves up for success in the years to come. Maybe a bit of a non-traditional course. I left high school saying that I was going to do international marketing. So in that sense, I sort of always had a plan. I did linguistics though as my course at university. I was always really passionate about world languages, and that was a great fit, very analytical. So maybe again, a little bit of foreshadowing there in terms of what I do today. And then started at a digital agency in San Francisco, worked for a very short stint in Hong Kong, and then went to the University of Cambridge for an MBA, and then found Essence in London. And that was the start of my sort of WPP journey. Before it was part of WPP, in various roles, always looking at the future of agency, the future of advertising, and how that might manifest for companies, both ourselves and our clients. Well, hopefully it's helping to distill just the pace and breadth of information that is hitting clients every day. I know I certainly feel the extent of the news flow. And so our job is to take all of that, make sense of it, try to understand what it means for today. Our report is called This Year, Next Year when we do our advertising forecast. So we're looking at what's the impact today in terms of advertising revenue and client strategy, what's the impact next year, and more, what's the impact 5 years down the road? What can we say about the year 2030 based on what we know today? And so hopefully it's synthesizing all of those elements and providing that intelligence and that insight to clients that enables them to make smarter decisions about their business, both today and setting themselves up for success in the years to come. So This Year, Next Year is our twice a year advertising forecast. We look at global advertising revenue, 60 plus markets, multiple channels. This year we added for the first time gaming, for instance, which has been a top of interest, even though it remains very, very small, really in the scheme of things. But it is a big piece of work across all of WPP that we put out. And the big headlines for this December report are really our more positive outlook on the future of advertising versus our June report. So we're now expecting 8.8% growth in advertising revenue globally. We're going to be at the end of this year 12.5 in the US, which is a big upgrade. And there are a couple of different things leading to that. One has been softer than expected impacts from tariffs, both in the US and internationally. And then this AI boom, right? There's a number of pieces around that too. We have companies that are investing in infrastructure and staff around all of these AI opportunities. We have advertisers who are applying AI to multiple parts of their business, not just marketing, but on the factory floor and logistics, taking those cost savings and those efficiencies, and then in some cases, applying that into media, into working media and advertising. And then we also have these new categories, new AI endemic advertisers that are coming onto the scene and advertising. All of those pieces together are leading to extra growth than what we had originally anticipated. We've been expecting this to come online for a couple of years, and we're now there. We are in the era of AI advertising in a number of different ways of speaking. There are a couple of good ones from the report. One of the ones that people are always maybe surprised by is that retail media this year will be bigger than total television globally. And that's off the back of really two big engines, the US and China, the two largest retail media markets. Yeah, bigger than total TV, that's one. Another one is the resilience of search. So we are not predicting the death of search this year or in the next couple of years. That's going to be a resilient area. Yes, more is going to come in the form of AI search. We will get new entrants. We assume, like OpenAI, it's going to take a while for them to scale up. And in the meantime, we still have Google figuring out how this is going to monetize, what it's going to look like alongside their traditional search. We also have search in a number of different areas. We have commerce search and social search. All of these things are just contributing to the different ways that a touch point might start for a brand and consumer communication. And increasingly, we're expecting those communications to happen bot to bot. So that'll be sort of in the slightly further future. So 2026 coming up is going to be a big year in the US and internationally. In the US, we have the midterm elections. That adds a significant amount of money to US advertising revenue. We also have the World Cup. And we can look at television advertising revenue globally and see just how much it is driven by sporting events. It is one of the big key reasons that both consumers and advertisers continue to invest time and attention in linear TV, yes, also streaming TV, depending on where those rights sit. But the World Cup will be a big boost to 2026, especially for those host nations, US, Canada, and Mexico.